Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 21st of February 2020. Today we're going to look at gold. So starting with gold, let's have a look on the monthly chart. Here we can see very clearly price approaching monthly supply. What does that mean? Well, that means that we're probably going to see prices have a bit in a bounce and potentially move lower from here. We also have market structure, which is showing a very clear uptrend. Again, this is on the monthly chart, and so we have a very solid influx of flows moving out of the American dollar and into gold. So this is very interesting and something we need to pay attention to when we're looking on the small time frame. So currently this is moving higher and in a hurry. So let's have a look on the weekly chart and see what we can have. We have this area of supply that's formed. It's very clear from the highs here to around here. Okay, this starts at the 1656 or 1657 area. Price is very close to that. So when price gets there, I think we'll probably see price have a few pushes higher before we have a potential move off that and move down to opposing sides of the market. We have something here which looks interesting around here. Okay, so we have supply here, we have opposing demand just here. Okay, let me take the lines off the software. So we have to do all of this legwork ourselves. Okay, so you've got that there. But note here, when price left here, it originated from something in here which we can't really see on the weekly. So let's have a look on the smaller time frame, see if we can identify that release point, the daily release point. Okay, so if you look here, note that this is the push that went lower, and the origin of that push is here. So let me mark that off. You can see it originated from here, but notice that price has already traded this level here and here, focusing on this tiny area of supply just here. And so this is price having a test, another test, another test, so advertising some attractive prices, and then price had a final push. The first test was at this price level, the second one was a little bit deeper, and then we saw kind of like the slingshot being pulled back and then price released. And so I'm thinking that price is going to come up to here. Let's mark off this area here. And this is an interesting area because this is where the release from this happened. One thing that would make me want to look a tiny bit higher is because price has already been back to this area. And so I think from around this area and higher, I think we're going to see some people begin to move back into American dollars from gold, either for profit-taking purposes or for short to no more than the medium-term retracement in price. Okay, so we have that there. Let's have a look again on the weekly, because this is where we can see the clarity. We'll note here that we had the high. This is like a pretty significant price level just here. Our price formed this high, we moved sideways for a while, kind of challenging these areas. Price went a little bit deeper, we moved above this one, and this is where we saw the major slingshot and move down. So price on the weekly chart was able to come back up to these areas and then release. But notice here, now this is where we have to pay attention, that we had the big candle to the left. We had this candle, the body of this is in the range of this one, this is in the range of this one. So these are all linked together from this candle up to the highs. Okay, price kind of came in there a little bit deeper, sorry, a little bit lower, a little bit deeper, and then we left. So we mark off the highest high since then, which is here. Then you mark off the high of the candle that left the area of distribution. You can see it right here, so right there. So this, to me, is a very attractive price to start to entertain selling. Okay, and this is also below this we have kind of the high, which is here. This kind of slingshot was pulled down to here, and so we remove that. We mark off this. Here we have our pancakes all ready to be eaten. Yummy, looking very nice, and you can see the sell zone goes all the way down to the highs of this. I think we'll definitely start to attract selling once we move into kind of this price window here. And so my entry would be to sell at the edge of this box, which is, let's have a look, the 1828 on the money. So that'd be a very interesting area to begin to look to short for the reasons we just discussed. That's a pretty interesting area. If we have a look on the monthly and see what that looks like, I mean, kind of seeing the same thing where we have, you see price kind of left these highs and then we kind of moving sideways for a bit and deeper pushes, so stop hunts, and it all occurs at the highs of this one here. And so the high of this, I think we'll begin to see some selling, and we will move up into this box, I think, which will make for a very nice short. And I'm thinking that there's actually quite a lot of interest in buying gold for the reasons that we discussed in one of the previous videos, and you can see some pretty interesting areas where we had, I mean, a really nice area here, just here. It was tested here, and our prices cut through it, and so the beginning of the sell zone was around here. You see kind of price came up to these areas, we tested, we accumulated just below, and we popped through. So here we have an interesting area that we could look to buy at. Let me zoom in a little. And the beginning of the buy zone is here. And so this, I just use the rectangle for the whole thing. So there, beginning of the buy zone is there at the 1400. That's a really nice price area because this is the area that took out the opposing supply. So if price comes down here to the 1400, I think that we'll see a lot of people again beginning to move back into gold. We also have another area down here. This is just a nice picture perfect area of demand. Price left here, we moved above all of these highs, which is telling us something about the strength of the flows from this area. This is attractive. This is also attractive. This is not attractive here to buy. Profit taking, yes. For buying, no. And so I'd be looking to sell up here, and I'd be looking to buy either at here or here once price gets there. Good, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos.